We're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since, and are now searching for a place to call home somewhere soon.
Subscribe and join the ride.
Picking up where we left you last, our Baja-bound series continues in La Ventana with the flying mobilas and where Drew has been getting to live out his kitesurfing dreams. And where, unfortunately, we get to live out a van life nightmare.
It looks like somebody broke into our van.
It looks so bad.
But before we go there, we begin this episode with a starry night sky, parked up next to our neighbors where we had been for the past 3 nights, awaking to our last sunrise before needing to move on and restock on supplies. Whoa!
Buckled up.
We need water, showers, so we're headed to a campground. And this is what happens when you pull out your bikes, but you need to relocate and you don't want to put them back in your garage.
You hang out with them in the living room. Oh my.
Get back there.
We're holding on. Whoa. Okay, we wanted to point this out to you guys. This is a 1-acre property that has 2 containers on it. It's for sale for $300,000. They're 2 completely separate containers that are just offset a little bit. Just wanted to share that with you guys in case anyone wanted to move to La Ventana. It's available.
Right there.
We still have our hearts set on Portugal, although we've been playing with the idea of, do we like it here? Could we live here? Like, we're always playing with those thoughts. But at this point, I think we're still pretty set on Portugal. Although I think Drew would be pretty stoked to kite just about every day when it's windy season. That could be a problem though. I don't think he'd be able to help himself. What about you, babes?
It's windy. And look how many kites are out on the horizon.
Yep.
Any open waterfront spots?
Anywhere?
Anywhere?
Wow, look at that thing.
We got the spot.
Nice job, Utah.
Let's go see if there's somebody to speak with. There's a spot here for us. 12 bucks a night, 250 pesos for both of us. There's bathrooms, there's a water fill, but the water could be questionably brackish or salty.
This actually ended up being the worst water we found in Baja so far.
And I'm really impressed. They got blocks there.
Whoa.
They dug a big hole for their dually.
Seems like leveling is a part-time job when you're camping out here in Baja.
Nobody came through with the bulldozer and set it flat before we arrived.
No, nope, that doesn't happen out here.
Wow, that's my favorite word these days.
This spot is amazing, it is.
Did you set this up when you came over here before me? Little mosaic staircase?
It's like it was made for us.
You guessed it, Drew's currently getting his kiting gear out. But earlier we were saying that La Ventana is a really great place. We love that it has a central activity that everyone is here for. It gives the place a heartbeat and it gives it a really great feeling to be in. Yeah.
Wow, these are a good section.
In addition to kiting, there are some awesome single-track mountain biking trails in town that wind up and down and through cacti along trails like the Cardin Corridor.
Get naked.
And Caca de Vaca.
They weren't lying.
Whoa! I don't think you were in that frame.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
Drew and I were curious about who made these awesome trails, and it looks like it was Christian and Roberto.
Gracias, amigos.
Wow, in 2020. The amazing things you can do when you use your time and energy well, right?
Yeah, for a lot of people to enjoy.
Yeah, these trails are beautiful.
Wow!
They were actually some of the smoothest and most fun trails we had ever ridden before. We should also mention that the carden, or elephant cacti, can weigh up to 9 tons and live up to 200 years. Oh.
It's that time.
See what I tell ya. Ooh, and he got the mat.
I do have the mat.
There he goes again. There he goes, having a blast.
Whoa! Did you see that flying mobula?
Mobilation.
For any of you wondering why I'm not out there kiting, well, I actually never finished my kiting course. I started back in Morocco 3 years ago with Joe. Joe, we love you. I got to the point where I could body drag, but beyond that, I haven't really continued with it. And these are like some high-level kiters out here, and the winds are pretty strong today. Kiting is something you can do well into, I don't want to say old age because Drew's dad kites, but you know, you can do it for a lot of years. It's a great multi-generational sport. For me, the big setback is how long it takes to set up your gear. That's why I love running. You just put on your shoes and you go. But there's got to be something so amazing about feeling like you're flying above the water. I'm ready.
Are you ready? I'll go first. We're going over the roof. Look at that.
Drew is literally one of the last kites out here.
Tried not to eat before we showed you guys our dinner. Tonight we're having Baja bowls. Drew's has special sausage and mine is vegetariana. And we have a tri-colored variety of tortillas over here. Now I'm a taste, everyone. Beautiful.
Good work, babes.
Thank you.
Just wanted to show you guys how impeccable these bathrooms are. And this is the shower. Lovely, except it's freezing cold water.
But we feel lucky. We have hot water in spirit. Have to hide from the wind over here. But that water that we filled up with when we first arrived, always do a taste test before you fill up your van. We usually do, and I think because it's Mexico, we were just afraid to drink the water before filtering it. So we filled up Spirit, we went to drink it, and it tastes weird. So we bought a huge jug that Drew's gonna go fill up, but lesson learned. But look at how beautiful it is here. We particularly love this rig over here. A couple bought it from a guy from Alaska. They told us it has like 6 inches of crazy insulation, but the guy did not insulate the water pipes. And so the pipes are always freezing over. Kind of crazy, but it's still a pretty cool rig. You were telling me you felt like an old man.
My back hurts. And I'm not kidding. This is gonna be the last windy day in the lineup.
I know.
The kites are out there. People are flying.
He cannot resist.
I got the drone up now. You gotta see the water clarity.
Wow.
Life is good in La Ventana.
It is.
It's so difficult not to be out on the water at all times when it's windy.
I think it's better for us not to live in a kite surfing destination like La Ventana or Tarifa. I think you'd be a kiting bum.
I do think it is really special to go on holidays kiting because you don't get to do it all that time. It makes it that much more special. Maybe even with a bunch of bros.
Oh,
because
yeah.
then the amp level is high.
Yeah, my amp level is like, it's
You like watching it.
Yeah.
You're happy for me.
I'm happy to jump on your back. I'm happy to score a piggyback ride. And yes, I'm happy you're happy.
I'm happy that you're happy that I'm happy. Because then that makes the van that much more enjoyable.
It does. Happy wife, happy life, happy man, happy van.
Happy van.
The last drop.
Does that mean I gotta take Lucky Blue to go get some water? Got that big 5-gallon jug now. Hola, necesito cambio? Sí.
42.
Ah, perfecto. Sí, sí. Hasta luego. I got the goods. The trick is, with this full heavy container, getting it back to the camper. Let's see how this goes. It's heavy.
A lot of water.
We're restocked.
We'll be set now. You're the best.
You're the best.
Water boy. I got no hands. There we go. Choo, choo, choo.
Whoa.
That's lucky.
Wow.
Basically, it's $2 for that whole jug and a 100 peso deposit that we get back when we bring back the giant plastic jug once we've used up all of the brackish water in the van, and we can fill Spirit back up with good drinkable water. We're not actually going anywhere at the moment, but because we haven't moved from this spot in a few days, our van battery is real low. It was at 11.5 this morning, and we usually like for it to be at like, what, 13.5? So things have been struggling, especially when we want to heat our water or keep our fridge down low so we can have frozen fruits for our smoothies. But luckily, we have our jackery to help supplement our power supply on days when we have not been moving or when it's been cloudy.
Your computer's drawing 50 watts, but we're putting in almost 110 watts up here. So the jackery's charging while supplying power to your computer as you use it.
Wow.
I also love that it has a quick charge USB plug for things like our phones.
And a direct USB-C, which is great for plugging in and charging our GoPro.
Ooh, true. And it works super simply. So when we press that, it is no longer charging any devices. And now it's charging up my computer. Our jackery comes in handy in all sorts of ways. It's also excellent as a backup power generator if you find yourself in any sort of natural disaster, or if you want a simple sort of van build and you don't want to have to build in a bunch of wiring and learn how to become an electrician and all that stuff. So check out our link. They have a lot of options, a whole bunch of different wattages, and hopefully they will be the portable solar power generator solution of your dreams.
It's finally that time to get out on the water, and I want to show you guys what I've been practicing. This is what you call a foil. So this skims below the surface, and this helps be a stabilizer in the back, and this takes up hardly any friction as it's cruising through the water, and that surfboard right there mounts flat on top. Essentially feels like you're floating on top of the water. It's such a surreal feeling. For skiers and snowboarders, it's just like being on that nice fresh powder floating down the mountain, but in this case, floating across the surface of the water. Because I'm foiling and it's fairly windy out, I'm blowing up my little kite, which is an 8-meter, which should give me the perfect amount of lift and the perfect amount of power for today's session.
So is it easier on a foil, or what's the point of a foil versus the board?
It's a sweet ride. It's actually a lot more challenging. You gotta have better kite control and better balance. It's all a whole effect that you need to push forward to keep that fin gliding forward through the water. This is definitely a beginner lesson right here. Whoa, come here, come here.
Ooh. No.
Gross.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's a mean looking fish.
can't believe you touched that.
Hopefully I don't come out of the water looking like that.
Yeah, please don't. Oh, there he is. I'm watching him right from our van. Cool. Whoa, that thing looks tricky. Gives him something new to learn though. I know he likes that.
Foiling is no joke. I'm having such a hard time keeping it balanced.
The time has come. You can hear Spirit is purring. It's a gray, rather windless day here in La Ventana. That means we can move on.
Okay, how do you want to do this? I just put one tie down for a second, but I think if we like somehow...
Well, that's never happened before.
Maybe it's better to gear actually.
Yeah, so then it won't roll off.
Yeah, let's try that.
Huge. Nice.
You got it for a second? Yeah. Cool. I'll put it in neutral and we'll roll it forward. So. There we go.
Yay.
Thank you very much, man.
Here's a token of appreciation.
Oh, great, a sticker. I do collect stickers.
All right, in the driver's seat. I'm really lucky I had a second helping hand to get Lucky Blue up there because that was heavy. And I've never done that before.
Brian was a really nice guy. He was telling us though, unfortunately, when he was in La Paz at the Home Depot of all places, that somebody broke into his window. He left his camera bag on the seat, and this was just yesterday.
Middle of the day on a Sunday.
Stole his entire camera bag and phone.
Here's our little buddy.
And SD cards. What a bummer. Muchas
gracias. Ciao, ciao. Gracias. That's Miguel. He's the host of the campground.
Super nice guy.
Super nice guy.
Super nice.
Super.
Part of why we knew it was time to move on is 1, we were out of drinking water. 2, our batteries, as you know, were just dying in Spirit. She needs to move. She was losing energy. And, ooh, I also need inhalers. Drew got a hole in his kite and could use some produce. I think you should back up.
Okay. Okay. Gracias.
Well.
Really?
Bad peril.
Jeez.
Well, they're closed.
He told us they close at 3 p.m. That is so early.
We would have paid like now. And there was a hose right there.
That's crazy. Let's go to the gas station and see if they'll give us water.
That's true.
Are we clear your way?
Yeah. Van Life in Mexico hack. We've gotten free water at the gas stations.
I spy a faucet right here.
Ooh, see.
Ugh, it's still got that nasty brackish flavor. I think the whole town has that.
Well, we're at least gonna fill up a little bit so we can do dishes and shower. We'll have to get our drinking water jug refilled. Vocab word of the day, manguera. It means hose. So whenever we go to the gas station, we ask, ¿Podemos usar nuestra manguera para llenar nuestra camioneta con agua, por favor? So we can use our hose to fill our ginormous tank. We don't use jerry cans. Time for cheap inhalers.
Necesitamos dos, por favor.
Sí. $25 Ventolin inhalers. Check.
Small price to pay for Brittany to be able to breathe.
Yes. And we were asking about some rapid COVID tests for future travel plans. And she was saying that, how much?
They're really expensive. She said $9.50, so that would be like $40. Or she said $2,700 for the PCR test. That's like, whoa, $130. Like,
whoa.
What?
Needless to say, we didn't leave with any. That's muy loco.
Way crazy.
Whoa. You know what this is. A shoe store. I still have not replaced my shoes that were stolen in Loreto. Huarachas, these are called, I'm pretty sure. Huarachas, and they're all handmade. I love this one's colors. It's a little big.
It is really big on you.
But I like this one the most. ¿Cuánto cuesta?
800.
800 también, okay. It's our favorite little produce shop in town.
Look, they're all waving to us.
It hasn't been hard to eat well and fresh in Baja. although organic little shops like this can be just about as pricey as Whole Foods. Except for local delicacies like nopal cactus and cilantro, which are usually pretty cheap. And how did no one ever tell us about the piña miel pineapples in Baja, California, sir? They're certainly as sweet as honey, just like some of the people. Lemons are hard to find, while limes are everywhere, along with peppers of all shapes, colors, and sizes.
Did you end up getting any shoes?
No. They were like $40 a piece, and they had like foam bottoms. And
As in like $40 for a right shoe? I was running over here to the OXXO to use the ATM, and we hit a tope a little bit fast, and it sounded like somebody punched our window. Oh my goodness. I freaking just put the handlebar into the back of our window.
New vocab word, ventana, meaning window. It seems that if we were going to break our ventana anywhere, La Ventana was the place to do it.
Look at this, it's just all cracking out right now. That is not what I want to see tonight. Dang tope. Get some good groceries.
We did. Green tortillas?
It is fun, but I really got to show you something.
Uh-oh, I'm scared.
It looks like somebody broke into our van, but damage I did to myself. It is awful. You heard that pop, remember? And I said, man, it sounds like somebody really punched our window.
Whoa, what happened?
I hit a tope too hard. I have some plywood. We might have to go back to La Paz. You're not gonna believe what happened. I literally just hit a tope too fast, and it slammed Lucky Blue's handlebar right into the back of our window and shattered it. So now we have a big gaping hole back there. You have a contact that you can help us with? And there's a Mercedes dealership too? Ooh, that could be good. Well, I'm grateful we're the ones who broke our own window and it wasn't somebody else.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I know. So I just got off the phone with the Mercedes Dodge Jeep dealer in La Paz, and they told me to bring it by for an inspection tomorrow, and they'd let us know if they had the back window available, if it was in Mexico, if it's in the United States, and potentially then we could get a new one. He also gave me the number to a little shop that's also a local place, and maybe they'd have something, but it's such a specialty window. It's like got special edges, and I don't know.
So where do we go now?
I think we're in limbo again. I can't believe this happened.
We were supposed to go to Cabo Pulmo to snorkel.
Great.
It looks so bad. We're gonna see if we can seal it up temporarily because it sounds like we're sleeping on the road now. And we don't want any dust to get in there.
Look how thick this stuff is.
Oh my.
That took a lot of pressure for this to go straight through it. You can see the dent.
Sorry, Spirit.
We need a plastic bag.
And some tape.
Is that, no?
Our little store will have like big garbage bags.
Look, it shattered a lot more there. I was putting padding to buffer the sound and it just dropped.
The good news is that the moon is in a perfect smile tonight. It's a smile moon, babes. And at least there won't be any dust getting in.
I know, we'll have clean pillows tonight. Totally unexpected. But you know what? Things happen.
This is what it looks like from the inside. At least we insulated it originally. Oh, hello. So it's not like the glass broke through to our bed. That's a huge blessing.
This nasty tope that we're about to go over right here.
And it's not even painted a color.
No, you can't tell. You have to know and anticipate that they're coming up.
The point of injury. We just want to show you guys our delicious meal that's helping us feel better about tonight's situation.
I'm stoked for this meal.
Me too, it looks delicious. This is a fried pepper, stuffed with rice and cheese, and a tamale hidden underneath all of that goodness. Espinacas tamales and cabbage.
And look at the homemade salsa.
Delicioso.
Un poco picante. Cheers, guys.
This is how you shave in your own reflection.
How does that look?
You're feeling brand new?
Yeah.
New face, new window.
Luckily, the Mercedes dealership and the local glass guy are only a 5-minute drive apart in La Paz, so we're gonna go check them out both in person.
Let's hope we can get this fixed in one day so we can get back to enjoying the Baja.
This usually isn't something we have to deal with, so this is definitely...
Yeah.
This is an adventure for us.
Van problems aren't a thing, luckily, that happen with us with Spirit, so...
No.
Yeah, we'll count ourselves lucky and grateful already, I guess.
The biggest obstacles we have to solve are usually power and water issues.
What's crazy to me, though, is that things in Mexico aren't actually as cheap as you might think, especially when it comes to appliances that are specialty. We saw some windows on eBay last night and Craigslist, which would be a lot cheaper for us if we were in the US, but let's see what happens.
Will they find a new window, or will they hit another tope along the way? Subscribe and stay tuned to find out in the riveting continuation of replacing La Ventana after breaking La Ventana in La Ventana. Thanks for being a part of the humor, love, and sense of connection we get to share in the making of each and every one of these videos.
You guys are the best.